Get up and move. Move your speakers. Unless you have really spent a lot of time dialing in the placement of your speakers. If you've already done that, congratulations. You can skip this video because that's all this video is about, is speaker placement. It's free. Making your speakers sound better, or certainly potentially better, by moving them is free advice, and free advice is worth exactly that. Nothing. But anyway, hear me out. You know, the distance, I mean, all the parameters to think about, we could start with the distance from the wall behind the speakers, the distance between the speakers, where they are along that wall, the toe in of the speakers. And if you're lucky enough to be able to place the speakers on more than one wall in your room, definitely try that. I've done that in various places I've lived, and the difference between one wall and another can be dramatic, way bigger than changing a cable or an amplifier or something. So you got to do that if you have that option. Try different walls within the room. And of course, if you're really lucky and you have different rooms within your house or apartment that you can have your system in, again, differences are gigantic, potentially. So you got to do that. You got to put in the time. Listen to the music that you know and like, music with bass, music without bass. Listen for imaging, listen for smoothness, listen to how much the speakers are exciting the room and creating, slap echo and all kinds of nasty things. It's all part of the fun of speaker placement. Now, one of the tricks I learned a long time ago was, if you're starting from scratch, right, you listen to one speaker, not the pair of speakers. I'm always assuming we're talking about stereo speakers, right? If you listen to one speaker, you really get a handle on the sound of the speaker. When you're listening to the two speakers, the room acoustics and a lot of things are happening between the two in terms of time delays and stuff. So listen to one speaker and do that dance that I just told you about. Distance from the wall, distance along the wall, straight ahead, toe in. And it makes it easier to get a grip as to what that speaker sounds like for real, that you may have been unaware of before that if you've never listened to just one at a time. So try that. And then, let's say it's the right speaker, so you're going to move that speaker along that wall where it's going to go and go in and out, sticking with that one speaker. And then when you hear that and you're listening for, voice, listening for bass, listening for clarity, listening to high frequency extension, listen for all those things with good recordings, music well, but stuff that sounds good in your opinion, and dial in that first speaker, the right speaker. And then, time for the left speaker, and do the same dance, but without, going to the left speaker, turn off the right speaker, unplug it, and then move the left speaker, same dance, side to side. Well, you're going to use the same distance from the wall, but the distance between the two speakers, all that stuff, keep listening, keep adjusting, keep tweaking. This could take an hour, 2 hours, whatever, but as I say, time well spent. And then, of course, listen with both speakers, and you will be fine-tuning what you've heard before. That's kind of the game, but, there's nothing technical about it. You don't have to be a whiz. You don't have to be John Atkinson to pull this off. All it takes is ears and time and good recordings to make these judgments by. Now, of course, if you believe in room correction, knock yourself out. And if you have a receiver with Audeze or Yamaha's auto correction or whatever, do the room correction game and see if that actually makes it better. My personal experiences with room correction systems is, they change the sound. Making it better? Not usually. They usually add a lot of bass, which I find kind of obnoxious. But of course, if you like bass, it's good. Again, you have to decide for yourself. It's your speakers, it's your ears, and it's your time. Anyway, I hope some of this will be useful information. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. If you like it, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Get a little notification every time there's a new one, and there will be a new one 5 or 6 days a week for your viewing pleasure. See you real soon. Thanks.